You're gonna like this one or not. Today we're talking about puking at school, vomiting, chunks. I'm already out of colloquialisms for throwing up. But yeah, that's what's on my mind today. This is the Drive Time Diary, and you are riding shotgun. Hello and salutations. I am Chuck. I am an educator with a new job this year and a new commute, and this Drive Time Diary is brought to you by that extra time in the car. And thanks for being here. Subscribe on Spotify, Podcast, Apple Podcast. If you could, please. I'll know you're out there, and I can tailor my musings to more what you might be interested in. But today I threw up at school. I actually don't remember if I have ever thrown up at school. I do not have a memory of that. I remember other kids throwing up at school. I think it's happened in my own classroom before. I had to have the custodian bring the powder. You know, when I was a kid, I don't know how long they've been doing this, but I'm sure the Gen Xers out there and the Boomers, they remember this also. I bet probably anyone that went to a school from Boomers up to my age can remember a time they were walking through the hallway or the time that a custodian had to come in and some kid had vomited, and then the custodian sprinkled a pile of sawdust on the floor to collect the barf. Oh, barf. There's another synonym there. It always just had a unique smell, like smell-o-vision. Smell plus sight always makes for the best memories, right? So everybody has a story of seeing someone throw up at school. I don't remember if I've ever actually done it until today, and it was like half a throw up, really. But so I think I over-caffeinated myself yesterday, and so the symptoms of I over-caffeinated myself typically go like this. I wake up with a headache that I guess maybe feels like a hangover, in the sense that it's a massive headache. Also, I'm a little nauseous. Bright lights also suck. That kind of thing. I've never had a hangover, so I don't know, but according to everything I've learned on TV when I was a kid, this is hangovers. But it was not at all alcohol induced. It was too much caffeine and not enough sleep and dehydration. It's probably the tsunami that rolled into my body overnight. So I woke up feeling very unwell, and I spent a long time this morning before I went to school trying to feel better, taking ibuprofen, drinking a little bit of coffee, knowing that probably it was caffeine related, and trying to eat something to see if that helped, all kinds of things. So I get to a spot where I'm okay enough to drive the half hour down to school, and I felt like kind of okay on the highway, on the interstate, and then the closer I got to school, my brain's like, okay, you can start feeling worse because the danger of driving at highway speeds is gone. So then I get to school, and I just kind of gingerly walk up to the office, and blessings upon blessings, this is the day that I do not teach first hour. And so got to school and spent another hour just feeling miserable. And finally, with half an hour until it was time to teach, the puking stage was upon me. It's also generally a part of when Mr. Baker caffeinates himself the next morning. The puking stage was upon me. I had a very tender private moment in the math office at school where I had the office trash can there by my desk, and I was dry heaving into that trash can. It was special. I don't think any of my math colleagues listen to this, so they won't know. And I'm probably not going to tell them. But the internet knows, so I guess if you want to tell this embarrassing story about me to someone else I work with, then it is on the internet, so have at it. So what also happens, I always feel better after I throw up. I don't know if you're like this. I think my wife does not experience this, so I guess it's not universal. But any time that I'm kind of sick after I throw up, I experience at least half an hour of this high where endorphins or epinephrine or something is in my brain, and I just feel great. So I throw up, dry heave, whatever, into the trash can, and then I feel okay enough to do a few things to prep for class today and get ready for last second review for my stats test that I gave, and then my class starts and I am feeling phenomenal, and it was just the strangest thing. And now I just kind of feel tired and I have a headache, and that's kind of been today. But I would love to hear your puking stories, your barfing stories, your vomit at school stories, whether it's your own or someone else's. This would be a fantastic time to use the voice recording feature on Spotify podcast if you listen there, or sending me messages on the X at chuckcbaker, or on Instagram at Mr. C. Baker for Math, or Drive Time Diary. That's all I got for today. Nice short episode. We haven't given you one of these for a while. It's just me doing this. I haven't given you a shorter episode for a while, so maybe this one will suit your fancy a little bit better, and hopefully I feel better tomorrow. I'm going to try so hard just to go to bed tonight, and I hope you get some good rest too, and if that doesn't happen, I hope that you get the caffeine you need to get through your day and your Jesus and coffee. Jesus first, coffee second, Holy Spirit in between, and have a safe drive. We'll see you on the next drive. This is Chuck. It's Drive Time Diary.